Hey, this is Kamari, and today we're going to be making some Christmas ornaments inspired by the sprays from the Overwatch Winter Wonderland event. So let's get started.
So first up, we're going to start by making Reaper's Christmas stocking. So I started by cutting out a piece of stiff felt, and this is going to serve as the base for the stocking to really help everything keep its shape. Then I cut a backing out of gray felt, and here is going to be the front pieces. So we've got a front of the stocking out of gray felt, the little coal piece out of black fleece, then the top of the stocking out of more of the gray felt, and the toe and heel of the stocking out of some red felt, and the little skull design out of some white felt. Next, take some black thread and sew the skull design on and embroider on the Reaper design. Sandwich the stiff felt in between the gray pieces and sew them together, adding the coal at the top and the cuff. Then take some red thread and sew on the toe and heel pieces of the stocking, and I sewed on a little bit of red ribbon so that the ornament can be hung on a tree. Next, I used some white thread to add a little bit of stitching along the toe of the stocking, and I sewed some black beads onto the top to make it look more like coal. And with that, the Reaper ornament is done. Next, we're going to make the Diva Cookie ornament. So I started by cutting the basic shape out of that stiff felt, and then two more gingerbread body pieces out of some light brown felt. And now I'm going to sew on the hair and mouth pieces made out of some dark brown felt. Then I used some white and medium blue felt to add on the designs for the top of her headpiece, her hands, and her legs. Then I went through and added some pink for the tops of her headpiece, her cheeks, and then a little bit on the bodysuit. And just for a reminder, she's supposed to be a cookie, so don't worry about everything matching up perfectly. For the last little designs, I used some royal blue felt to add the designs for on her jumpsuit and her eyes, and then use some beads for her eyes, and then the little white bits along her collar, the little bunny in the front, and some more white beads for around the bunny. To finish up the Diva Cookie, insert the stiff felt in between the two layers of tan felt and sew them together, then add a little piece of ribbon to the back so that it can be hung as an ornament. Next up is the little Santa Torbjorn, and we're going to start by cutting out the base body and then two of the bodies out of some red felt. Then I sewed on the base of the face using some peach felt and the trim for the coat using some white felt. Now it's time to start building up the layers of the design, so I added a strip of dark brown felt for the base of the belt and a little tiny piece of light pink felt for the mouth. To make the beard, I cut a piece out of the white felt that had a U shape cut out of it for the face, and then the bottom I cut it into 3 strips on each side and braided it, and then sewed a little bell onto each end. And I also added the belt buckle using a little bit of some gold colored fleece. For the face, I added on a little white felt mustache, a pink felt nose, and some sequins for the eyes. And the last layer is to just add his little hat. To finish off the ornament, you just sandwich the stiff felt in between the 2 layers of red felt and sew them together, adding a loop of ribbon so that it can be hung as an ornament, and a little pom-pom to finish off the top of the Santa hat. Next, we're going to be making the little
elf tracer ornament.
So to start, I cut the base piece out of stiff felt, and then for the back, I'm going to use this lighter green felt, a peach felt for the base of the front, and then using that light green felt, I cut another piece, and that's going to be the base of her clothing. To make Tracer's face, I layered some light green felt on top of some brown felt to make her visor, and then just sewed through the two pieces to attach it onto the peach colored felt, and then added some eyes using beads and a little smile using some of the leftover thread. And to make the start of her clothes, I took the light green felt cloth piece and then added the straps with some brown felt and some of the little designs using some darker green felt. Next, add on Tracer's little Santa hat, and I sewed some red felt to make the bow and some bells on the top of her wreath. To finish up Tracer, sandwich the white stiff felt in between the rest of the layers and sew it closed. Then add a loop around the top and a pom-pom. And that's how to make some Overwatch Christmas ornaments. If your favorite hero was not included and you would like to see me make more of these videos, let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to make it happen. And for more nerdy DIY videos, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching!